yet. I don't think so. I don't think we're there yet. Unless something happened in the last hour, but I actually made a video. Well, no, I didn't make a video. I probably will cover it in this episode. But anyway, we have a dope show tonight. Matter of fact, let me start the podcast. Boom. We on live, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. How y'all doing? Well, not Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok. How y'all doing? I am Joe Stone. This is the Church of Joe Stone podcast. Welcome. Today we're diving in because we have some interesting developments in the world of hip-hop. Now, you know we do Am I the Asshole on the show, and, you know, I also do current events, and I've been thinking about merging the two in order to bring something to the table that nobody else has. And what is that? Celebrity Am I the A-hole? So I got a couple of people that we're going to be talking about today. We need to figure out who's in trouble, who's right, who's wrong, and kind of dive in. And we're going to walk through the whole story and give everybody a good idea about what's going on. I got my co-host, Brittany, with me. Brittany, how you doing?
I'm doing good today, Joe.
Pretty good. Okay, cool. So look, we have, so in case you don't know what's going on, unless you're off the internet, maybe you're not into hip-hop news, whatever's going on, we have a female hip-hop artist her name is Megan Thee Stallion. Now, she's a big hip-hop artist. She blew up a few years ago, and right around the time when she first blew up, there was an incident that happened with another artist named Tory Lanez. Now, she may or may not have been shot by him. They are currently going to court for this, and the story has been long drawn out. It's been misinformation on both sides. You have one person saying this happened, one person saying that happened, two big celebrities, and I think that a lot of what went down has blown over. No. A lot of what went down, people do not understand because they do not watch these things closely. Now, I covered the story when it first happened, as it was happening, gave updates as it was happening. It was a very big thing for a very long time. And I think now we are seeing a rebrand of the story, and people are forgetting like the whole context of what happened. And we're going to dive in if that even matters. But anyway, long story short, Megan Thee Stallion did an interview with Gayle King. Now, in this interview, she says that Tory Lanez, assaulted her with a firearm, shot her in the feet, while screaming, "Dance, B, dance," from his car. Yeah, B meaning the word you probably think it means. And, she says that she got shot and that's what happened. And, he should go to jail. And she's been like having this whole campaign since it happened. Well, not since it happened, but since it got out that it happened. And Tory Lanez has been saying, no, it wasn't him. Now, this interview was very strange. For one, I do not understand why she's doing an interview while the investigation, or not even the investigation, while the court case is in the middle of being decided. Like, they're in the middle of going back and forth. Why would you drop an interview? I mean, I guess if you want to sway public opinion to your side, it's a great idea. But also, Tory Lanez has a gag order on him. Now, of course, he is the one being accused of doing something wrong, but has a gag order on him where he cannot speak. But Megan Thee Stallion is free to completely, tell her side of the story and her side of the narrative as much as she wants. A lot of people are saying that the black community in hip hop and just toxic, not even black community, misogyny, the way this world is set up, we don't believe women, we don't believe black women. This is a failure on behalf of everyone who is a fan of Tory Lanez, and how dare we not come to her defense and be there for a woman who is, publicly shot by another famous person. Now, what people are forgetting is that that's not how any of this happened. When she originally came out, she came out and lied, not only to the police, not only to the hospital that told her that, she had big bullet fragments in her feet, but she lied to everyone and said that she wasn't shot, that she had stepped on some glass. After the event happened, the media went quiet. You could hear a pin drop. For weeks, no one said anything. We saw like a helicopter video of Megan Thee Stallion like in the middle of the street because LAPD had been called, I guess, because of the gunshots, and they pulled up and you see like, you see Megan Thee Stallion and like Tory Lanez laying on the ground, and of course this is like during like the whole Black Lives Matter time as well. So they're like laying on the ground, the police is coming, there's goddamn helicopters out, and she had been shot at that time, by the time the police had got there, and we had heard nothing. The media was quiet, and I do this for a living. I was looking for updates on the story. No one said anything, right? Then a couple of weeks go by, we see Meg dancing, which is another reason why no one believed her, because for somebody that got shot in the feet, she was moonwalking like the next day. Just saying. But so she gets shot, feet messed up. They go quiet, both of them. Neither one of them saying anything. Then out of the blue, I think Bun B, and a lot of people don't even know this happened because you have to live through. You gotta be me to know this happened. You gotta be in the game to know what's going on, to even remember this, because I reported on it. That's how I know. I even went back to watch my old videos because I really didn't remember everything that happened. It was so long ago. I even went back to watch my old videos to make sure that I wasn't tripping. Bum B said something like, "How dare y'all hip hop let Tory Lanez shoot her and no one stand up for her?" And everybody's like, "What the hell are y'all talking about? We don't even know. No one has said anything." Then she comes out and does a by the pool live where she starts blasting Tory Lanez and saying what he did and kind of speaking around some facts, and then everything blew up. Right now, she says that the reason why she lied in the beginning because it was Black Lives Matter time. She was scared. She didn't want the police to kill them. She was more worried about the police than Tory. All of that. To be honest, this is what I believe happened. I believe that they were all drunk. They were inebriated. They were in the car. They started arguing. They all agreed to that. She says she get out the car. Tory shoots at her, and that's how that situation unfolds. I think that they were all drunk. I don't think any of them really know what happened. In the car was only her friend, his bodyguard, and him. I don't think anybody actually knows what happened. I think they all have an idea of what happened, but I don't think they actually know what happened. And she said she was walking away. She got shot at, and, that was the end of it. The problem is that they were all intoxicated. They were probably all arguing. If they had been poor and your friend, shoots at you a little bit, because I don't think he was actually trying to hurt her. He may have been trying to scare her, and that is terrible if that's the case, if he did shoot at all. I don't think he was trying to hurt her, and I think that if they had been poor, and if they had been, this had been any other situation before they got famous, I think they probably would still be friends. I think that whoever shot wasn't actually trying to hurt her, and if she really believed that he had tried to kill her, she wouldn't have asked for his help, because she even says in the interview she was wondering why he wasn't helping her more, and he was offering her $1 million not to say nothing, as this had just happened. And if that was the case, she wouldn't have stayed quiet after the whole situation. You got to remember, she never pressed charges. The DA picked it up. Now, she is cooperating, and since then has been trying to make everyone, I guess, feel sympathy for her situation, which would be okay if you hadn't lied in the beginning. And also, again, this is only one side of the conversation. While she goes on this interview and tells all of her facts, we also have to remember that it just came out a couple weeks ago that there's no DNA or fingerprints on the gun from Tory Lanez, apparently. It's something of that. Now, don't quote me, but that's the general consensus. And the eyewitness who watched the whole thing go down, or who saw most of it, says that the firearm shot or the spark from the gun that he saw came from where the woman was standing, not where her best friend, not where Tory Lanez was standing. So it all sounds good. It sounds like she's completely right. She's telling the truth until you hear his side of the story. And again, this is what the courts are for. There's a reason why you don't do an interview in the middle, right now, and try to sway public opinion, where the people who is going to be the judge and the people who is going to be judging and the jury get to see this which you're putting out. It's not fair. And again, it's two different sides. And if Tory Lanez is guilty, and I just want to be clear, so I'm on the record of saying this. If Tory Lanez is guilty, and if he shot that girl, he deserves to suffer whatever consequences come with that. Period. If he's not guilty, she's in trouble. And at this point, the way she's positioned herself in this conversation, I don't know if she can even not be guilty at this point and still have a career. Let me get to some of these comments. And I guess at the end of the day, what we're getting to is who's the a-hole in this situation, at least when it comes to the interview. We don't know who's guilty yet. Let's leave the courts to figure that out, and that's what they were supposed to be doing. I don't know why she's doing interviews. Who do you think is the a-hole? Is she wrong for this? Is this out of line? Or does it not matter? And if you were shot, you wouldn't care about following the rules either. I don't know. Let me get to some of these comments, and then I'm gonna hop back and see what Brittany got to say. We have a female, so I want to get a female's opinion. But let me get some of these comments, and then we gonna hop to it. People are just not tweeting about it. Bro, he had gunshot residue on his hand. No, he did not have gunshot residue on his hand. Yeah, exactly. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm saying he was agreeing with me, bro. He had no gunshot residue on his hand. Exactly. They saying she out of pocket. Firehouse public relations person. Oh my God. Whoever is her PR, and I said this when she dropped her last album. The last album she made, I think it was her only album, was all about Tory. And I'm like, why, when you're at your hottest, would you make an album about Tory instead of just making the dopest rap album you can make and then leaving this to the courts? Because like now the whole conversation wasn't about her music. And I said this in the video back then. It was about her and Tory. And now she wrapped her career around it. And now she's and this is what I really believe. I believe that it happened. I believe Tory may have even done it. I do not think he was intentionally trying to hurt her in any real way. I don't think he was trying to hurt her at all. I think he was being silly. I think they got into an argument. I think he was overreacting. I think he was being irresponsible. I think that he, like you said, dance, dance. I don't even think she thought that, because if that was the case, she would have told the police exactly what happened when it happened. Because when she's at the hospital and talking to the doctor and they're pulling bullet fragments out of her feet and they're telling, according to her in her interview, and they're telling her, we know this isn't glass, she didn't change her story. So, and then you can't say, and then her whole saving grace her whole time, like at one point she was like, well, I never pressed charges. Well, you never, and I guess that was like the whole hip hop thing, it's a rap thing, culture thing, I guess. I never pressed charges. Well, if you go on live and you tell the world that this man shot you, of course they're going to bring charges. What is going on right now? So again, it never made sense in that aspect. And if he's guilty, he deserves whatever comes with that. But I also think that it was just a drunken night, people making bad decisions, and she having her own bad decisions that she made after that fact that led people to not believe her. Because again, with everything that happened in this situation, especially back when it first happened, when the media was really, really, really on it before the court case started, when it was fresh, the information was everywhere, and she wasn't being clear. Neither was he. Everybody was confused, and we still are, and they're still participating in this. And like in what I've seen, a lot of people's in the hip hop opinion about this is like, well, she wrapped her whole career around this. Instead of just going out and for the last few years just being the best female rapper she can, she's been trying to get like this sympathy vote for this situation. And because it hasn't been going her way, like people really haven't been like committing, well, some people have, but in general, like public opinion isn't 100% on her side like she feel like it should be. She's been like doubling down on this nonstop because I lied in the beginning. Now I want y'all to believe me. I kind of jumped around, said a whole bunch of stuff. He said a whole bunch of stuff. It's all messed up, but I need y'all to believe me now because I need these records to sell. And I got to say that I'm not hot because of this, because if we talk about it, my music is a bad look for me. But anyway, let me read the rest of these comments and I'm going to ask Brittany what she think. Actually, in the beginning, Tory said he had blacked out that night and didn't remember anything what happened. I just want to say I really appreciate everyone who been supportive to this dude. She's not a dope. She's cut. She's not a dope. She cut. She's the a-hole. I don't know what that was. Man, you get a. Okay, I don't know what y'all saying. Oh, Shy Money said, man, get you a real job, Miss Wendy. Hell no. Have you seen what real jobs look like? That sounds like a terrible idea. Yes, I love getting paid to talk about people I don't know on the internet and make way more money than niggas clocking in, hating their lives. But yeah, that's a great idea. Anyway, so Brittany, I don't know if you kept up with the story when it first happened. What do you think? What's your opinion? Where you at in this whole topic?
How I feel about it is, I'm going to start with who's the asshole. Okay. I'm going to go with Megan Thee Stallion is the asshole. Only reason why I say that is because, like you said, Tory Lanez has a gag order. If she was in his position, she would be mad if she couldn't speak her side. So it should be even playing field that nobody says anything until the court says who's guilty and who's not guilty. Then you can blab, make all your diss records. You can go from there. So I'm just going to start there and say that she's the a-hole. And sorry, Meg, if you got shot. because if I was to get shot, I would definitely want to tell my story if it was the truth. Like, but so many people are unfollowing her. They're distancing themselves with her. She's having a lot of drama go along with it, and then the stories are seeming very shaky. So with that being said, it's like I don't even know if her side is the truth, and she's the only one that's being able to talk, and it's making her look like what, the a-hole. So I'm going to go with Meg Thee Stallion.
And you know what's funny? Like, I said that, what was that, like 2 years ago? I watched the video. I might even play it. I may even play the video in a minute. I said it like I said it like 2 years ago. Whoever is in charge, whoever her management is terrible. Why would you drop this right now? You can't even make any money from it. She don't have an album coming like out right now. We're coming out in the next like couple days. She don't have an album coming. You don't have a song like I guess she do have an album coming because she did drop a single like last week, but I don't know if the album's coming. But like even that single was like a couple, like I think it was like 2 weeks ago. So it's like you're not promoting anything that's gonna make her any significant amount of money. And the court case could go either way right now, at least according to the information we've been seeing. So, like, why are you doubling down right now? And then again, it's just like you say, it looks grimy because it's like, this is a pivotal point. I think we're like midway or like right after the middle, like headed towards the end of the case being resolved. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, why would you choose this moment to drop it when you could just wait like a few more weeks or maybe a month? And then if you want to do your Gayle King interview, it makes a whole lot more sense if he's convicted. You know what I'm saying? Or even if he's not, it still makes more sense to do it then than now. You know, I don't know. It seems like she has bad management. And then even then back then I said, you know, with the album now was a horrible idea. And even with like how the story came out, she shouldn't have hopped on because I remember the video. Y'all probably remember the video too. I might even play it. She's sitting down in the pool with, and she's talking to people like, bro, you're like in the pool or I don't know if she was in the pool or by the pool. Fair enough. But talking about you just got shot, and she was like twerking like the day before. It was like a whole thing. But anyway, feel free to call in. Phone line is open 563 999-3777. I'm sorry, 3778. Feel free to call in. Feel free to call in at any time. Phone lines are open. Like, don't wait till later to call in and hop on the line with us, because if you wait till later, there's gonna be a bunch of people on the line. You can be mad because you can't get on the line, and it's gonna suck. So please call in now so that you can be at the front of the line. So I can, holler at your guala, and we can hear what your opinion is on this Tory Lanez / Meg Thee Stallion situation. And if you want to call about something else, you got something else you want to talk about, that, feel free, man. This ain't my show, it's the people show. That's what we doing here. All right, hold on. We got a caller. Let me see what they talking about, and then I'll be right back. Hold on. 815, you on the line with Joe Stone. How you doing?
Hello?
Yes, sir. How you doing?
Hello?
815.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Who is it?
Hello?
I dialed the wrong number.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right, feel free to call in. 563-999-3778. And y'all stop getting scared when we answer the phone. Y'all stop getting scared. So the 563-999-3778. Feel free to call in at any time. So what we about to do now, we're going to dive into some of these clips and see what they was talking about. Right? This Gayle King interview, I want to hop in, give y'all a taste of what they was talking about. And we're going to also dive into some of these comment sections and see what the streets is saying. Because I think that's the most important part about all of this, is definitely to get what the streets is saying. Without the streets, where would we be?
I don't understand.
Oh, what the hell?
Because
What the hell is that? Oh, it's my... Siri, I am not talking to you right now. Hold on. All right. Yeah, let's hop into these comments and these videos and see what's going on. So look. Hold on. Let me fix one thing, and then we'll hop over there and get to it. All right, cool. So, let me find one of these clips and then we'll get straight to it. Here we go. Brittany. This is a great one. So this is one of the most shocking parts of the entire interview. And I'm not going to do this in order because, first of all, I don't know what order it's in. But also, this is one of the most shocking parts of the interview. Megan Thee Stallion saying that her and Tory Lanez never had a relationship where they banged. I got to say a different word. We got TikTok right here. But yeah, Megan Thee Stallion saying she and Tory Lanez was never together. Where they do that at? Now, that's confusing as hell when he dropped a whole mixtape basically aimed at her, talking about their relationship, and she was very, very angry about it, very, very mad about it. Him talking about how they basically, not to even say they was together, but they was close and da-da-da-da-da, and alluding to the fact that they had a relationship like that. And even saying like a big part of it was the fact that, or the reason why they were arguing was because of her jealousy with him, like talking to her and her best friend at the same time. But what's confusing is Megan Thee Stallion then going on this interview and saying that she never had never banged Tory Lanez. Like that was never what was going on, which is crazy because this whole time, y'all both been letting us think that that's what was going on, but you telling me that was never what happened, and now you're switching it? I don't know. Am I tripping or am I tripping? Did she ever say that before? Because I have been a part of this case from the beginning. I never remember her saying he's lying on his D. And to be honest, I can believe that he would, shoot her in the feet. I am less likely to believe he would lie on his D. I don't know. I don't know if I'm tripping. Maybe that's my opinion. Maybe I'm from a different place than a lot of y'all. But I think that he's more likely to shoot her than to lie on where he was putting his penis. I'm just saying. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I'm wrong. But that's what I'm saying. Okay, Ray Smith Jr. says when he brought it up on Twitter, she never answered back. Exactly. Oh, yeah, exactly. Look, I'm about to play it. Somebody said it. Exactly. I'm going to play it since y'all said it.
The two of you had led people to believe that it was a sexual relationship, that it was, that you two were dating. What was the nature of
We were not dating. We were really close. We were friends. We hung out like every day. And his mom passed too. So when I felt like we were bonding over that. And
did you have a relationship with him?
Like sexual?
Yeah. Megan, did you have a sexual relationship with Tory Lanez? Yes, that's my question.
I didn't have a sexual relationship with Tory.
Bruh, I ain't gonna lie. That does not look like she's telling the truth. Now, maybe this whole thing is about the fact that maybe Megan Thee Stallion just has a face that looks like a lie. Maybe we just have trouble like dealing with her face, but maybe she just like has like an inauthentic vibe, and maybe that's the reason why it comes off like every time she talks she's lying. But come on, fam, she act like you. It took you way when somebody lying when they keep first of all, you know what this woman is asking you. Right? It's not a secret. We know it. Like she's asking you a very, very straightforward, very simple question that should be not hard to answer. That should be very simple to discuss. We should be able to. First of all, I don't even think this is something that we can have a conversation about. But okay, we haven't. You know what she asking? You just answer the question. She over here. You asking me if I had a physical relationship? Okay, so are you asking me if we ever intertwined our private parts? Like, what are you even? What is going on right now? I don't know. Am I tripping? Brittany, do you think that she was telling the truth? Brittany. Oh, I can't hear you. I don't know if you hear. Brittany.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now. Go ahead.
I can't hear the show if I'm on. Let me know if I need to call back in.
Okay, yeah, I can hear you. So you didn't hear anything I just said?
Okay, good. I had to watch it through TikTok. Yeah, I was watching it on the show.
Oh, got it. Okay, so you got an opinion on this, and then you can call back in.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with. She was definitely sleeping with him, because they made a lot of references about having sex. I do remember that, and I heard that the best friend was sleeping with him as well. So
Facts.
that's what I'm saying. She's just making herself look bad all around because everything does not match.
Exactly. And to be honest, and go ahead, call back in. But honestly, the biggest thing is like they're playing industry games. And that's the thing, and that's the reason why and look, listen to me. If I have sympathy for her, but this is the thing, I feel like a big part of the reason why we are right here in this moment is because of the industry games. You're trying to play industry games. And that's the reason why I feel like there's been rumors that a lot of the hip hop community has distanced itself from her because everybody know what's going on. It's not about you. Like, this interview, it's not about setting the record straight because that's what the court case is for, and that's what will happen after whatever happens. It's not about getting the word out because we know what happened. Like, what is this interview for? Like, why are we 3-4 years, what is this, 2-3 years later, talking about this now on the precipice of the court case being over and you not even having to have this conversation no more? So I really just don't understand, like, why this is even happening right now. Let me get to some of these comments. Yeah, so Ash Boo says he was messing with Kelsey and Meg. That was the best friend. Then she just snippet a song saying she wished she had never F with you. I saw that too. I saw the video. I used it in my my TikTok video of her where she was like, yeah, I wish I never F with you. And I'm like, I guess you could say technically she's not saying that they did anything, but that's kind of like saying the same thing. I don't know. The interview is because of the distancing. And B1 BRB's out, bro. I don't even know what happened. What's up, Rich Saldana? I've been meaning to say, man, Rich always been rocking with me, bro. That's my guy. He's always here even when it's hard outside and then ain't nobody in the chat. My guy always rock with me. Let me see. She meant they smashed on occasion. She wasn't entangled. That's not what she meant. That lady just asked her straight up, did y'all ever do anything? And she said no. She looked down, giggled to herself after asking the question 2 or 3 times that she already knew what the lady was asking her, and then said no. Lady, I don't believe that. Now what the pause may have been was maybe they never had outright relations. Sounding like a grandpa. Maybe they never had outright relations, but maybe, they did other stuff or they were working up to it and it just happened yet. But see, this is the thing. Tory Lanez is petty. So if she's lying and he has any type of proof about that part of the story, because that's almost as bad as being guilty of the shooting. Lying on your D is like almost the same level. So at that point, hey, you got, at that point, if he got some evidence, I would not be surprised if he sent it. But we gonna see. And that's what a lot of people are saying. How can she claim she knows it was him if her back was turned? Because that was the original story that we got, was that she was, walking away or running away and then, whatever. But we'll see how it plays out. Let's get to some more of these clips and then we'll react to them and then we'll see what's going on and we'll go from there because I got some more clips. Brittany, you still there? Is it working now? Oh, I'm sorry. How do you turn down? Is it working now?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now.
Okay, yeah, I'm still having to watch on TikTok. I'm not able to hear the show.
Okay. I don't know what is going on right now. We'll worry about that later. But okay, cool. All right, so we're gonna watch some more of these. Let me see something. Oh, now this, okay, so fair enough. So somebody just brought up the Megan Thee Stallion and Kelsey situation, and as far as the fact that Tory Lanez was saying that he was messing with both of them, and that's what happened. So in this video, Megan Thee Stallion says that her best friend was the one that said, Tory shot her. So let's see what she said.
A hot gun in the car.
Yeah.
What else? What happened?
In text messages obtained by CBS News, Kelsey Harris, the other woman in the car, texted Megan's security guard saying, "Help, Tory shot Meg."
I really thought that we were all friends. a hot gun in the car.
Yeah.
What else? What happened?
In text messages obtained by CBS News, Kelsey Harris, the other woman in the car, texted Megan's security guard saying, "Help, Tory shot Meg."
I really thought that we were all friends. A hot gun in the car.
Yeah.
What else?
So apparently, the friend text, "Oh my gosh, Tory did A, B, and C to Megan." Now, the problem with that is that a lot of people are saying, well, she was the one that actually shot, so of course she would send a text message like this. But I don't know, guys. I'm not gonna lie. The evidence is a little bit all over the place, and I don't really think that this is a conversation. Really, maybe all court cases like this, and this court case is just exposing it. I don't think this is a conversation about really who's right and wrong. I think the conversation is going to boil down to who has the best lawyers, and then what they're able to negotiate. Hold on. "347, you're on the line with Joe Stone. How you doing?"
Yo,
Yes, sir. So what you think about the situation?
can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yo, what's good, Joe? Yeah, I feel like, I ain't gonna lie. To be honest, watching the video, I feel like she's capping, truthfully. Because it's like, how, already, so all those Instagram posts that they both was posting before she even made it seem like something happened, and then the interview with the whole fake crying and all that extra stuff, like, that's weird. I ain't gonna lie.
So you don't think there's no way she could be telling the truth? Hello?
Truthfully, I feel like she partially could be telling the truth, but I ain't gonna lie, I be lying my damn self. Hello? You get me?
Yeah, I heard you.
Truthfully, I be lying myself, so I could tell, like, if she never fucked him, the whole situation with the arm, that would have never came about. Because girls who don't be fucking with niggas, they gonna say, yo, I was not fucking with him. Or rip, no hesitation, no, oh, so forth and so on, you know?
Got you. All right, man, thank you for calling in. I appreciate it. That's funny. Good one. He said, look, I know she be lying because I be lying. Oh, man, I don't know what the hell. That's good. That was funny. That was funny as heck. That was funny. All right, so let me get to something else. So what else we got? I don't know. Something is going on with the phone line. So, look, y'all don't call in anymore. I don't know. We got some technical difficulties going on. We going to figure it out, though. I do got one more thing I wanted to cover that I was thinking about covering. And if you're watching on TikTok, make sure you go to YouTube and subscribe and hit that notification button. The link is in my bio. And also make sure everybody that's watching, y'all subscribe to the podcast. This is the first episode of the relaunch of the podcast, season 2, episode 1. Meg Thee Stallion, Tory Lanez, and I may even hop into the baby. Am I the a-hole? Who do we think is right? Who do we think is wrong? And we diving into the details. Let me see. Is there any more interesting things I want to hop on with this Meg Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez situation? Let me see. Okay, I'm gonna play a couple of these because I also don't want to do an incomplete. I don't want to. I mean, I guess to be honest, there shouldn't be a spot at all in this interview where Megan Thee Stallion looks bad because, the interview was made for her. It was catered to her. It was supposed to make her look good. That's the whole point. And I think she does for the most part. The only part was the part where if they had relations, if they had any type of SE word relations that, if they had actually been together. But, that was the only time where I would say she looked bad. But everywhere else, she looks pretty good. Let me see. Now, this is her talking about, this is the last thing we're going to cover. And then I'm going to hop into the baby situation. And we're going to do an Am I the A-hole on that. And then we'll get out of here. So there was another story. There's another part of this interview that came out that was pretty big, which is okay, so everyone knows that she lied in the beginning, right? We know that she lied. She lied about the fact that that she the bullet being gone. Yeah, that's a good point. But we know that she lied about the original shooting to the police, to the hospital, to the world. They all did. That was kind of the whole thing. So she goes on this interview and then tells everyone why she lied, which is a lot of people want to know. So let's see what her explanation was.
To me, but I remember them asking me, and then what happened to you? I don't remember everything they said to me, but I remember them asking me, and then what happened to you? And I didn't want them to kill any of us or shoot any of us. So I just said I stepped on glass because I didn't.
Why did you say that? Why didn't you say he shot me?
I didn't. For some reason, I was just trying to protect all of us because I didn't want them to kill us. Like, even though this person just did this to me, my first reaction still was to try to save us. Like, I didn't want to see anybody die. So I just said, I stepped on glass. So when I see people trying to use that against me, like trying to act like I'm lying, oh, she stepped on glass, she never got shot. I'm the one who said I stepped on glass. I was lying to protect all of us. And sometimes I wish I really would have never said that.
You wish you would have just told the truth.
I wish I would have told the truth, but if it saved all of us from dying, then that's just probably what it was meant to be. I remember everything they said.
So that's the whole thing. And then that's the other part of the conversation. And we got kicked off of TikTok, but it's cool. And this is the thing. That's kind of the biggest part of all of this. And that's one of the things people were saying a long time ago. And even now, it's like, okay, she was trying to protect the black man and themselves. It was during, like, you know, the height of the Black Lives Matter movement. And people were really concerned about their, like, you know, that's a real thing. That's a real part of this entire situation is like the police not is you know, fear of the police, fear of them being reckless and hurting her or hurting him or hurting them. I get it. Seems like a stretch. Seems like you're stretching right there. Seems like you're reaching, but maybe that was what was on her mind and she didn't know what to do and she just said the first thing that came to her mind. Fair enough. It's also hard, and again, I'm not trying to make her look bad. I'm not trying to, like, you know, beat her down, but it's like, you want people to believe you, but you admit that you lying. It's like, believe me now. I lied then, but believe me now. It's like, okay, well, you know, I guess if you go force me, but I mean, realistically, that is what a big part of this entire situation is built around. The only reason why we are having this conversation is because of the things that Meg Thee Stallion participated in. So when people are trying to say, like, well, this is sexist, this is wrong, this is bad for everyone, yeah, but at the same time, it's not fair to everyone else in the situation because you lied, and you can't blame the public for having to decipher what you said. And not being able to trust you when, again, you were playing industry games as well. And I don't really think you were that scared in that after the fact. I think you knew that it was just a bad situation that happened. And if you wanted to be punished because of it, fair enough. But, like, I think there's a difference between, like, a guy grabbing a firearm and then, like, trying to take your life. And then, like, some drunk, you know, young adults, rich, famous, silly, all having a crazy night, and of course, it's not an excuse. He should still be punished, but there is a difference between that, and there's a reason why there's difference in charges and in jail times and sentences. There's a difference between that, because even if he gets convicted, he may not serve actual jail time or little to none. Which, because it's gonna be crazy. Like if Tory Lanez gets like 5 months, let's say Tory Lanez gets time served and like a fine. After all of this, he gets like let's say Tory Lanez gets like 30 days in jail. Is it a win? Did she win in all of this? But anyway, with that being said, it's like, you know, I don't think that she ever, and I think that's the biggest thing. What was the intent? Even if he is guilty, was he actually trying to, like, take her life? No, she doesn't ever say that. She doesn't even seem like she believes that. So I guess it kind of brings us back to, like, what is going on here? Do you want him just to serve time because, you know, you are mad at him for what he did, which is fair enough, or is there something else going on? I don't know. Let me read some of these comments. Sherrod DeVillian said she was going to let it slide until he kept poking at her. And then when he paid her homegirl to side with him, if he would have just shut up and kept quiet, then she didn't shoot herself. Well, it's not about her shooting herself. It's about who shot her. And we don't have all the evidence yet or all the facts. And she also lied. And I do agree. I might actually think, and I'm not even trying to say that you're wrong, Sherrod. You may have a great point. I'm even inclined to think that where you are, what you're saying is probably pretty accurate. I do think that in the beginning she had no plans on pressing charges because she was going to let it slide. And that's the reality. And that's my whole point. And I guess that's what I'm trying to get to. You can't go on TV. Like, I feel like she's more hurt by not being coddled by and getting the sympathy from the music industry and the black community. And that is more of what this is about than about Tory Lanez being punished for what he did to her. Because if that was the case, then she would have pressed charges herself and she would have never lied to protect him. And I think that's what it all boils down to. We all know when we look at the situation, this situation is no longer about her getting justice. It never was, because she never wanted it. And you're right, Sherrod. I believe that if Tory Lanez had not been talking about it or hadn't been responding, I don't think he was talking about it. I think he was responding to certain comments. Well, I guess that is talking about it, but he was responding to certain comments and then, just pushing the blame of himself, and eventually she spoke up. But again, I think that's where the connect is lost. If she really wanted justice for herself and felt offended and felt hurt and felt the traumatic experience was one that she felt like needed to be rectified by him going to jail or being arrested, then that is what should have happened in the beginning. And it's hard for people to wrap their minds around it, knowing that this is more about her. And let's just be real. At this point in the game, this court case for Megan Thee Stallion is not about Tory Lanez. It's about her saving her career. She needs this to go her way or her career is shot. And this interview at this moment looks like either a down and dirty play or a desperate play, because maybe this court case isn't going your direction. And if Tory comes out on the other side of this looking better than she does, I don't know if anybody's going to be checking for Megan Thee Stallion in the next year. Let's just be real. Let's just be honest. But anyway, that's our show for today. I was going to happen to the baby thing, but I didn't get a chance to. And I guess I'll leave it up to you. Is she the a-hole in this situation? Not in general, because that is yet to be decided, and I don't think that she's wrong in general. But as far as the interview, is this an a-hole move? Is she wrong by doing this, or is this the person who got shot, who got hurt, and who deserves to be able to speak their piece and say how they feel and talk about what happened to them? That's also a very valid point of view and something that we have to discuss. But either way, that's our show for the day. We might cover the baby next time or tomorrow. We are back now, the second season of the show. I'm happy to be here with you, and I want to thank everybody that's watching. Second season is going to be dope. We're going to be doing some Am I the A-Holes. We're going to be focusing on a call-in show. We're going to be focusing on keeping up with the times and keeping you up to date with the most trending, viral, crazy stories of the moment. And we will be doing deep dives and just discussing how. And we will be doing deep dives on pretty much everything that I can get my hands on that I think is entertaining. But I can't wait to talk to you guys some more. If you want to, make sure you subscribe to the podcast on YouTube as well. If you're on YouTube, you're on TikTok, you're on Facebook, make sure you subscribe on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. And also, everyone that listens to the podcast, I need you guys to go to the link in bio. There's going to be a link in the description of this episode. And I want you to sign up for our mailing list, because that's the only way we can connect with you guys in case anything ever happens with Apple or Spotify. And also, please leave a review if you haven't. Leave a review on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen to the podcast. And, give us those 5 stars. Say something positive in the review. We would really appreciate it. It does help a lot. Trust me, it helps a lot. And, that's one of my favorite parts of this, is being able to read your reviews and really get real feedback. But that's also why I want you to sign up for the mailing list, because I want to be able to connect with you guys, and in case something ever happens anywhere else, we'll be able to contact you directly, because these social media platforms, none of us creators own them, where that may change with Elon Musk buying Twitter. News update. Looks like Elon Musk's bid for Twitter is being seriously considered. It looks like Twitter is sitting down with him today or tomorrow, and they're going to be moving forward. And of course, right now the talks are very up in the air. It could go any way right now, and we'll see how that shakes out. But anyway, I appreciate you guys for being here. Make sure you leave a review. Make sure you join our mailing list. Link in the bio, link in the description. I love you. You're the best family on the internet. I am Joe Stone. This is the Church of Joe Stone podcast, and I will see you in the next one.